afternoon, wherever you are across the globe. Welcome to Karma Broadcast on the sofa with Esther and Sister Sledge. And at this moment, I very much am feeling we are family.
Absolutely, 100%.
Brilliant. Okay, so ladies, you're over here to join a campaign, Care International's campaign, Walk in Her Shoes.
Absolutely.
But before I go any further, who are you all in a nutshell, in a coconut shell, or in a nutshell? Who are you?
We actually are family in a nutshell,
In a nutshell.
with everything that comes with that word, family. That's who we are.
But individually.
I want to say that we're women, we're mothers, we're daughters, we're sisters. We are whammos.
Like that. I like that. Wammos.
We're friends, we're jokesters, we overeat, we talk, we love chocolate, we're wild, we know how to be disciplined when we need to, we know how to have fun when we need to. So we're pretty normal women, crazy, crazy sisters.
Normal women, but extraordinary women as well. Because in the stance of being normal and in that simplicity, there's power that we all carry as women. And so you're here to join this campaign, which really is about the plight of women and children.
Absolutely. We are very honored to be a part of Care International's Walk in Her Shoes, where we have the privilege to join with other women from all over the world to support women in general who are going through whatever they're going through, to bring attention to what needs to be brought to the attention of the world, and to also to raise funds to help. Actually, we're working on Care International is working on the water in developing countries, because there are women who have to walk miles. That's what they do. Walk miles to get fresh water, to get water. Period. And that does not give them time to care for education, to have their own education. It will just help their lives so much better if we're able to help the water systems.
Brilliant. Thank you, Debbie.
And I would say even more as well, educating people about the plights of women, all different plights and through all types of circumstances in all different places in the world. So it's good to be here and have the opportunity to represent women internationally. So that's what the honor, the true honor is for us.
Yeah. And we're asking everyone to walk 10,000 steps a day for the whole month of March to honor women and to support them. We're also going to get these steps. As Debbie said, we're going to raise money with this. They're sponsored. So every woman in the world, we're asking you to honor each other, to reciprocate, to tell each other that we support each other, and to walk with us. We're going to kick it off. Are you going to be there?
I'm traveling tomorrow again.
Traveling. Well, I see you have on beautiful walking shoes.
Yes.
Can we just keep the shoes? We'll use
Are
those for
DMs
walk.
on?
We'll trade after this.
I know. We can.
We'll trade.
But anyway, we are honored to do this as well with Annie Lennox. She's an entertainer that we have a great deal of respect for, and also
Dr.
Bianca
Pankhurst.
Jogger and
Dr. Pankhurst, of course.
That's right,
And
yes.
it's like bringing history here and walking in the shoes of history, bringing it to the present, and to eradicate effective change. And this is a good thing. We're so happy to, and proud to be a part of it.
And as women, ladies, how does it actually make you feel at that core level of, where the emotion is around this? How has it been part of this campaign affected you on that level, if? Who's going to go first? Debbie.
I'm going to let Joni answer that, because
I want to get the question clear. You're saying being a woman, has that affected my interest in this campaign? Is that what you're saying?
Emotionally being part of the campaign, being a woman.
Well, I have to say that you can't separate being a woman and understanding struggle, we're all working moms here. We are women who are mothers, and we are women who work. We are women who own our own company. We are women who have gone through a tremendous amount of struggle and of all kinds of challenges. So I would say emotionally, this really sits home. It makes me say, I'm proud. The word whammo that we invented, actually, Kim's the one that invented that. When you walked in, she was like, oh, yeah, she's a whammo. It means women are the music of the world. And we feel that we are. We are the music of the world. I mean, we are, like I said before, daughters, sisters, mothers, reciprocates. And yet we're not treated that way. We're actually are. It's still an inequality here, and we also we're advocates for women for violence against women, and so we really feel that yes, it is an emotional thing. It's not just another job. It's not just another charity. It's one that we really actually can connect with, and yes, it is. It is emotional.
Thank you. Debbie, are you ready?
I was going to say it's very emotional for me because I think all of us are very sensitive, especially to in cases where there's abuse, and there's so much of it going on nowadays, and it has been going on, but it's just getting worse. So we want to bring attention to that. The other thing that I wanted to mention is when we use the term whammo, women are the music of the world, you think of what music does. Music brings people together. Music communicates past the the mind, goes past the mind. It goes straight to the heart. And I think women are at the heart of change and change for the better. Women bring people together. Music brings people together, and I think we are the language of music.
I love that.
I can add to what Debbie is saying. As women with movement and life, and God using women to bring life or carry life, a good woman is good for a good man. That makes for a good, happy family. That makes for a healthy country, a healthy nation, a healthy group of people. And we have these things that God created us with. And if those things are esteemed and nurtured and blessed and honored, then that makes the relationship better. And not just in a family relationship, but in the world. Because we've all been given very, very specific and special gifts. That's how God made us. It just makes for a better pair. It just makes for a better life. So even from those basic places, this is an important, very, very important event, because women should be seen as who they were created to be, in the fullness of their glory and in the fullness of their gifts.
I make one point.
You can.
Women are the music of the world, but men are the rhythm.
Okay, can we do a high five to that?
Go. Oh, yeah. That's why I said a good whammo.
You know, it's interesting you say that, because my son, I'm a grandmum of a 17-month-old baby, and he called me today to say, you know, Mum, when I take my daughter out, he gets stopped by a lot of the, you know, sort of young black men, because they're congratulating him on what he is doing. And he goes, how do they know? I said, they can see your energy. They can see the way you walk with your child, the way you carry her, and they're feeling that energy, and they're saying, high five, bro, because you are doing it right, whatever right is. And so as you were talking, that's the image that was coming to me. And also in my capacity, I do a lot of healing work with women who've been through domestic violence and sexual abuse. And so when I sit down with women who've been through some sort of abuse for 20, 30, 40, even sometimes 50 years, and for the first time they can say, you see me. Do you know how powerful that is, to be seen?
Yes. Yes.
To be acknowledged.
Yes.
God bless you that you're doing that kind of work. That's
awesome.
amazing.
And a lot of that has come from my experience, as you should about. We all been through various experiences. But the work that you're doing, it's really powerful, because you're not just the Sledge sisters, but you are campaigners. You are setting a trend, and you're making a stand for, and that's really important.
Thank you.
Anybody want to roll on from that?
Thank you.
It's an honor.
I appreciate it.
Go if you want to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say it's an honor, and we admire you. Thank you for sharing that with us and for sharing your ministry with other women. We feel it is a privilege. God has brought us through something, and when you're able to come through something, then you have a ministry. You have the power to help someone else come through, and then that empowers them to help someone else come through. That is key. That is key, and that's all. That's what I wanted to say, because I forgot the question.
So did I.
Think of a verse, and this is for those who understand this verse. People are won by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. So, in other words, and for me, as a Christian, and I honor other faiths, but for me, this is my faith. I know that when something is revealed, when something is heard and brought to the light, then the healing begins, and there's freedom in that, and deliverance in that. And we want to be whole. And if we can bring light through love for people to come out and say what they're going through and know that there is hope and there is freedom and there is life, even if it's been 50 years and all of a sudden you're free. I mean, hallelujah. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. And love does cover a multitude of faults and sins and pain and hurt, and it brings healing and new life. So with nothing's greater than love, and through the gift of music, I mean, what an honor and a privilege to do this. God is so sovereign. To do it through music. You know, that's so great. Because everybody relates to music.
That is a beautiful thing, Kim, that you just said, because it is an honor for us to do this through music, to have the voice and to have the gift and to have the privilege of speaking this language that can be heard in many different languages. I remember being in South Africa once and seeing an orchestra with a 40-piece orchestra, and I didn't recognize any of the instruments, but they were all so beautiful, and oh, I mean, the sounds were so beautiful. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And also I remember being in Japan once and handing them sheet music and thinking, oh, they 1, 2, 3, 4, they hit it and kicked it out. And I was like, wow, music is such a universal language. So to be able to have a platform that says nothing's greater than love and say it through music is just, it gives me goosebumps.
And you know, it makes me think of a pot of soup. If you got one vegetable in there, it's not that good. But you got a whole lot of vegetables in that soup and some meat too. You got some soup. Okay? That's all of us.
And it's interesting because as you're talking, you talk about the importance and the influence of music. And, you know, He's the Greatest Dancer was running through my mind at that moment because, you know, for myself, I love to dance, and it's about expression. It's about creativity. And sometimes I'm in my zone to the point where someone tries to come into my space to dance with me. It's like, I'm in the zone. I'm connected here. Don't cross that point. Lost in music. Oh, fantastic. She's good.
Right.
But moving on then, you've got an album that's out, haven't you? Can you explain a bit more about that?
We're really excited. We have been collecting music for a few years now. We've been writing. We've done a lot of writing. And our theme is Nothing's Greater Than Love. So all the songs that we have collected are songs that we've written that have that theme in different shades of it. Different shades of love, you know. It's not always sweet, sweet, and pretty. Sometimes it's painful, and sometimes it's tough.
Tough love.
Yes, but sometimes it's also unbelievably joyful because that is the only thing that brings you joy on that level. So, Whammo, which is our new release, is the last song that we wrote together. So the other ones will be in an album that comes afterwards. I think our release is April, right around the mid-April, but we're doing a teaser of it on
Tempting
Sunday.
us a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm not going to be there to
teaser.
be teased.
Oh, you'll hear it on the internet. Somebody will divulge, I'm sure. We've been trying to keep a lid on it. Impossible in this day. We're actually looking for feedback too. We love to put things out there. We take risks.
Brilliant.
We ask everybody, what do you think? We want your opinion. We want your feedback. We think that we're not writing it for us. We're writing it for you. So
And at the
that's
same
valuable to
time,
us.
And at the same time, it's not paradoxical, but the good thing is that it's something we believe in. So, yes, we take your feedback and we put this together, and we'll find a synergy here, you know. So it represents who we are.
Yeah, but don't change one lyric.
Brilliant. And in winding down, ladies, what would you like to share with the audience that's really symbolic to the stage that you're going to be on Sunday? Like you said, it's not about you. It is about you, but it's not about you. But it's
Right.
about us, and it's about them, and it's about the family. It's about everything. So, what would you like to share?
I would just like to emphasize the unity, the fact that we're all coming together for the cause of change and enriching and enhancing and healing of the lives of all of us, because one of us healed is all of us healed. And so I just want to say the word unity.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to say that love is a verb. It is, it's action. And this is an example of love in action. And that the smallest action reciprocates. It reciprocates love to someone else. And love reciprocates itself infinitely. So take one step.
It makes me think of the verse, "Greater love hath no man than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends." Yeah. Man, woman, friends.
Well, ladies, Sister Sledge, thank you so much for your time. I've enjoyed this experience, and I'm going to be there with you with my Dr. Martens in spirit on Sunday. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you.
You're beautiful.